Here we are at Viking Stadium, 7 p.m. I've commentated on a lot of games in Utah, and this student section is the loudest of them all.
The rivalry game, PG versus AF. In a few minutes, you'll get to see how loud it really gets.
The students know how to get hyped in here. This is PG football.
Here we go, guys. Are you guys ready? Because I am.
The rivalry.
Find out next on PGSN.
Welcome back to Pleasant Grove Sports Network. Tonight's matchup features a rivalry game. Pleasant Grove Vikings taking on the American Fork Cavemen. We welcome you to PGSN as this is a well-anticipated game as American Fork, they won toss, so they're kicking off first. At least that's what they said. I don't think they said PG won the toss, but
AF did win the toss.
yeah, I guess that means that they kick first. I don't think that makes sense, but sure. So yeah, we welcome you here. Well-anticipated rivalry game. And yeah, so week 8 of high school football starts now as the kick from American Fork launches right on the eye of Vikings into the end zone as we welcome you back to Viking Stadium for the first time in a few weeks here. Yeah. It's been many away games, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's been a little bit.
Hold on.
Is your mic on?
Yeah.
Talk into it.
Hello.
There you go. Got to have it right in your face. So, yeah, Pleasant Grove, they come off of a away stand, 2 games away. But before that, they had 2 games away, and then a game away, and then another game away. As Dayton Hanson is pushed out of bounds by American Fork. Oh man, my paper has gotten a little bit messed up here. As we welcome you here, Nate Schroeder leading the team again here for the second week in a row. Nate looks to his left, throws to Brennan Houghton, and he is out of bounds for the completion. Third and 4 here for the Vikings. They line up with Trips on the right, Twins on the left here. Brennan Houghton and Spencer Hafoka, and that pass is just way overshot, and that's going to be a quick 3 and out for PG as their special teams come on to punt, and American Fork will take the field on offense.
Yeah, not the best start you can ask for. I'll tell you that.
How come your mic sounds like that?
I don't know.
Talk again.
Hello.
Maybe I just can't hear you. Maybe that's just something up with my headphones because I cannot hear you very well. Viewers, maybe type in the chat. Tell me if you can hear them. As the punt lands at the 45-yard line, and number 2, Cade Wilkinson is brought down at the 45. And that is where the American Fork offense will take the field. So that punt taken way back there. I mean, on like the 15-yard line. And honestly, it going all the way to the 45, it's a decent amount.
Yeah.
Once again, this is a rivalry game. This rivalry is over 100 years old as Pleasant Grove became a high school in 1912. Definitely not in the 2000s. Calls for a snap. Hands off. Straight through the middle, and he trips, and that is out. David Gaseford Jr. Is the quarterback. Number 17, Josh Allen's number as well. Handoff to number 41, I believe. It was Prince Afu, and he quickly tripped and did not make that big of a gain. So, Gaseford Jr. calls for a snap. Hands off once again to Prince Afu. So it's me, third and short. Probably 3rd and 1 here. We got a little bit of a different setup. I got to lean over to look at the...
Yeah, I can't see the scoreboard, Jack, so that'll be...
That's okay.
That'll be all you.
It's all about the downs, that's all. Junior calls for a snap. It looks like Pleasant Grove almost
It's
died.
thrown deep.
And it's caught by American Fork, and they make a huge reception for 30 yards to land on the 15, out of bounds. Reception by number 22. Number 23, 26. What do you think?
I don't know.
The only 20 I see is 26. Dyson Richards. He is tight end, also wide receiver, but mostly tight end. Gaisford Jr. calls for snap, and he hands off once again to Prince Afu. And they make another short gain of about 2 on that play. So they're doing the run game a lot, and they're making steady progress down the field. They also have done that big pass. That's how they've gotten down the field this quickly.
Yeah.
But they've made steady progress. They just didn't want to go on third down with a run play to risk having the 3 and out.
Yeah, we saw when they first ran it, the running back did trip. And they ran it again and had a way bigger
Gaisford
gain.
Jr. looks to his right in the end zone, and it's caught. Number 82, Cash Tacey, the freshman. And he makes a touchdown very quickly.
Yeah, that was a
I
very
can't believe
quick
he's a
drive.
freshman. That is insane. And the Cavemen quickly put on 6 points here. Could be 7. Their kicker, number 11, Lewis Connect. And he does connect on that kick there to make it 7-0 very quickly.
like
Pleasant
you
Grove,
said.
I don't think we've seen their offense yet, though. And that's a case of a very quick possession. We had a 3 and out there, and that's not what PG can do, especially with Nate Schroeder at the helm now.
Yeah.
I think he is a much he is a better quarterback than Cannon, and that's probably just because he's senior.
Yeah, obviously Cannon is still a sophomore. He hasn't had. He had a few playing, like probably 4 or 5 games maybe.
Yeah, he started for about 4 games straight before he got injured.
And at the same time, it's also like, obviously, our senior quarterback is obviously getting better. He's had more playing time than Cannon has, especially for how much longer he's been on varsity than Cannon.
One of you guys, the kicker's last name is Connect. Say connects for the extra point.
I already did.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. Mr. Larson. He's got ideas that I got. I said, so their kicker's last name is Connect, and I said he connects on the extra point there, and he asked us to say that, and I said, well, I already did say it, because great minds think alike, Mr. Larson. And that kick flies way past the end zone, landing right behind the G.
I think it'll be interesting, Jack, to see what Pleasant Grove decides they want to do this game. Okay.
You have to have that mic really close.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just said that on stream, but
I think it'll be interesting to see what Pleasant Grove decides they want to do this game, because the games I've been here that I've commentated with you, Jack, we've seen their passing game work and we've seen their running game work, but I feel like one of our biggest strong suits
Wade
is
Christiansen.
run.
And he
As
breaks,
he
a
breaks a
tackle,
tackle.
and he makes a 5-yard gain on that play.
As I was talking about, our running has been so good this year, and he just proved it.
Yeah, and so Wade, we have had early success with Wade before.
Yeah.
That has fallen off in the second quarter.
Yeah.
Now, I don't necessarily think that was a symptom of them learning him as much as it was that our quarterback wasn't calling the best plays, in my opinion. Also, there is a ton of film on Wade now, and they're all going to watch it. They have these broadcasts available even. Schroeder looks to his right, launches it to Dayton, and it's intercepted by American Fork right on the 40-yard line. Number 6, Justin Burgoyes. Right here, you can see he catches that very quickly as that bullet pass to Dayton Hanson just goes straight into his hands as he was in double coverage.
Not the best start for PG.
Yeah.
Obviously, though, we're still in the first quarter. You still have 3 more quarters.
8:09 in the first, even.
You still have this quarter and 3 more quarters to improve it, and we've only been on the field twice from offense.
Yeah, and what I would say is that, like, looking into this, I don't want us to figure out our game against them, but have an insurmountable lead to come back from.
Yeah.
As they get a gain of none on that play, as Madden Jensen cannot get past the PG defense, as Maddox Webb brings him down. Maddox Webb and Dexton Nuttall. Alton Pine also helped on that play. It was 3 Vikings against 1 Caveman. So, Gaseford Jr. puts a man into motion, looks in front of him, avoids the sack, and the pass is out of bounds. Intended receiver David Dean, number 80, the junior.
I need you to...
Sorry that graphic keeps popping up. So Gaseford Jr. on 2nd and 10 here has trips on the right, and they do the hard count, and Pleasant Grove falls for it and jumps, and that's going to be a 5-yard penalty. As they take Lincoln Willoughby off the field. Or, sorry, Jackson Mortensen, and bring on Simon Roundy.
AF getting ready, puts a man in motion again.
Gaseford Jr. looks to his left. It's caught for a first down, and the direction change does not work. And he is brought down or pushed out of bounds. Probably both. Cash Tacey.
I think I've talked about it in past games, Jack. I think something that PG is going to be so strong at, if they can get it done, is instead of going for those deep passes that we've seen them do, let's have, like I say, they go for those like shorter passes, gain 5 yards, maybe even less. Just not trying to go for those deep passes. I feel like every time we've seen those deep passes, it's always caused an interception.
And that is an example of what you're talking about, but AF did it just barely. So, caught by Cade Wilkinson. So, Gaseford Jr. only looks for the 5-yard gain on that play, not for the huge pass. I mean, Nate Schroeder, when he threw that pick, was looking at a 15-yard pass.
Yeah.
And he threw it into double coverage. Not an advised move, but he also was being pressured because the blitz is really affecting our defensive line. Gaseford Jr. calls for a snap, looks to his right, and it's blocked, and it's intercepted as Maddox Webb is still running, and he breaks away. Maddox Webb runs 20 yards while a caveman is hanging onto him, practically dragging him. You can see him right here, number 70, Carson Thorne, and he cannot bring down Maddox Webb. I was just waiting for him to break away.
Yeah.
And he gets 20-plus yards as he runs down the field, and that blocked pass for the interception, it's a little bit different of an interception, but it is a good one. So now PG's offense takes the field.
Plug it back in, unplug it, plug it back in.
Schroeder hands it off to Wade, a little bit of a backwards pass. Backwards toss, if you will, is what they call it. And Wade makes a gain of 7. Or 6, sorry. And that is a huge changer for how the Vikings are going to run this game, because they bring on Alton Pine, and they take off Dayton Hanson. I'm not sure why. Always a reason for everything, though.
Yeah. I think something that PG's is going to be good at, especially this game.
Handoff to Wade is again, and Wade is quickly brought down. Possibly a gain of 1, maybe negligible gain.
I was going to talk about the running. Our running, we've seen it in other games. Our running works for maybe the first quarter, maybe even less. And then teams just kind of catch on to that, and it ruins our running momentum.
Yeah.
And we start passing it, and then we look at those deep passes because we're getting pressured, and it just costs us pick, and we've seen so many picks from when that happened where we get pressured and we just throw those deep, and it's just
Yeah, and that pass, almost
intercepted.
Almost intercepted on the first pass. And here they are. Okay, so here's the question. It's 4th and 4. They're bringing on the punters. That was a really quick offensive drive.
Yeah.
Probably only 45 seconds. Now, way too far out of field goal range. Last year, if you remember, Rockwell Doman he just had a cannon for a leg. Would have maybe even been able to hit that if he had opted for a squib kick, maybe. But Mason Anderson opts for the punt, probably the safe route, and they call for the kick is out of bounds. I thought it was the receiver called for a fair catch, even though that ball was 1,000 yards away from him. So they're going to start on the 20.
PG's defense.
Oh, sorry. On the 10. Go.
So I was going to say, PG's defense is really going to have to step up like we saw when they were last on defense. Last drive, we got that interception. Huge interception. Broke 2 tackles, I believe, maybe 1. And Caveman was just holding on to him. Don't remember his name, but he's just kind of holding on to him. And I wouldn't really say broke away, but ran for a good 20 yards, which was huge. And obviously, PG is going to want to see that again and just keep getting those interceptions or even just stopping them.
Yeah, Gaseford Jr. has a snap, and he's in the end zone. So PG looks quickly to try and possibly get a safety, but it's no good. It was a horizontal lateral pass, almost, not quite a lateral pass, to Noah Bem. Horizontal pass, gain of 2 on that play. It's 2nd and 8. Gaseford Jr. lines up in shotgun, puts one man in motion. Handoff to Prince Afu. It's a fake handoff, and the pass is just out of reach for Cash Taisi.
I feel like we might see a lot of that pay up, just those deep passes, because we saw when they were first on the field, got them one deep pass got them so good, got them down to the 20-yard line, I believe.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's just something that we're going to see a lot of AF this game doing, is just those fake handoffs like there, or just going for those deep passes.
Fooled me enough. It was believable to hand off to Prince Afu because he was part of their run game in the beginning here. It's 3rd and 8 here. PG needs one more stop to make it a punt. And they do! They sack him! And was he in the end zone or not? I think he was, and that is a Pleasant Grove safety. And it is a safety, so Pleasant Grove gets 2 points.
You do. Let me tell you, you do not see a lot of that in high school football.
Yeah, safeties. There has been one this season for PG already, but it was against them for Lone Peak. Actually, Lone Peak's first points were a safety on the field, so that's very amusing. As I want to thank my sophomore associate, Zane Growth, has really made a lot of growth on commentating. If you remember the first game, a little bit rough, but that's kind of how commentating is. My first game back in 2021 when I was a freshman was probably, I've gone back and seen it. It is not that enjoyable to see. I'm not going to lie. But yeah, wanna shout him out, give him a little bit of appreciation
Thank you.
because he is doing great on
you.
commentating.
I try.
His mic sounds a little funky. I don't know what's up with it. I think I had that mic during Lone Peak, and I realized I could hear myself better when I talked quieter almost. Like it was like I was talking too loud for it to even accept my voice.
Yeah.
To the left, Ethan.
Super weird. So Connect is going to line up. So I forgot about this, about safeties, but not only does PG get points, but they also receive the ball. Which makes sense, you know, in the end. Caught by Wade. Wade Christiansen speeds up to full speed on the right side of the field. At the 50, and he runs out of bounds. They also kick off from the 20-yard line. I didn't bring that up. Instead of the 40. So it's much easier for the team to catch it. I mean, you saw that. I mean, AF's two kicks have gone into the end zone
And out of the end zone, yeah.
So, and that kick landed at like the 20-yard line. That would not happen if he kicked it from the 40.
Not at all.
But it makes sense if you minus 20 yards from the end zone, plus human difference in the kicks, as a timeout is taken by Pleasant Grove. So, quite a bit of a few events here for this game. So look at these stats here. Away record, we're 0-5, they're 0-3. Our home record's 1-1, 500, and theirs is 2-2, also 500. But we've only had 2 home games.
Yeah.
They've had 4 already, which is huge. Obviously, our record is different by 1 loss, 1-6, 2-5, and only averaging 9 points per game. That is probably affected by the few games we've had that we've only had 1 touchdown or 0 touchdowns in. This screen will be back later during a timeout. We can bring up the rest of the stats because PG is resuming play.
Has PG in great field position.
Yeah, starting on the 50. Hands off to Wade. Wade jukes to the right side, and he gets a gain of 3. 2, sorry.
Jordan picks up a couple yards. Second down.
And you can see here, you can see how the year has changed, really. Like, usually the sun would still be in our eyes.
Yeah.
But hitting October, I mean, this is a oddly warm day for October. It's 85 during noon.
Wow.
I don't know what it is right now, but it's perfect outside. Trips on the left. Hands off to Wade. A little bit of a lateral pass, and that he is brought down after a gain of 3. Wade, if he had made one more juking move, would have been able to break past that second defender. You can see this sunset right here. Looks a lot brighter on camera than it is in real life, but I mean, what a great place we live in to have a view like this, even during, average, like just normal night. It almost is embracing the spookiness as the sky is like a yellowish orange.
Yeah.
3rd and 5 for the Vikings in shotgun. Nate looks to his left, and it's caught. Adam Wright makes the first down. So Adam Wright on the left side.
That's the first Viking.
That is kind of unreal. First Viking first down.
I was gonna say, talked about it earlier. Those short passes are gonna be so good for PG if they can just keep getting those off, especially once or if AF does catch on to a running game with Wade.
Yeah. Schroeder calls for snap, looks in front of him, he's pressured, launches ball, it's caught by Adam Wright. Adam Wright gets a first down and is pushed out of bounds. So, 2 first downs in 2 plays for Adam Wright. As Nate was pressured, getting a bit of wind here, and it's traveling into the box and blowing into our mics. We will try to negate the wind as much as possible. I haven't really felt it yet, but it feels great.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily a hot day right now. It was earlier. keep bringing up the weather. Maybe I should be a meteorologist. Hands off to Wade. Wade directly down the center, and he's brought down. Gain of 4. All right, let's look at the conditions. It's 77 right now. That's great temperature to be outside, to be honest, especially at night. It's cloudy. Giving you this weather report. It's gonna be cloudy for the rest of the night here in Pleasant Grove, but overcast. It's not quite overcast, more like partly cloudy, but there is dust blowing in from, I assume, unfortunately, the garbage plant. But wait, Nate looks. Ow! There's dust in my eyes. It's dropped by Dayton Hanson, and he is brought down. Probably a gain of 1, and that play blew dust into my eyes. You guys can't really tell, but it's dusty in the air.
Yeah, I was gonna say at least for us in the middle of the 20, like the 25. Yeah, like around the 25-yard line, it looks a little dusty.
Yeah. Ow. There's actually dust blowing in my eyes. I'm being serious.
You good there?
However hilarious it is for you viewers at home. A little bit of a weird condition. Let's hope none of that dust blows in our players' eyes as Schroeder looks right in front of him, and that pass incomplete. No call for interference or any possible thing like that. Pleasant Grove so close to red zone. They're 2 yards out of the red zone. Going for it on 4th down. I don't think that is ill-advised. It is 4th and 8. They're going to have to go into a long-range gun pass or formation. And they do. Schroeder looks to his left. Schroeder, and that is just thrown out of bounds. And that's going to be a turnover as the Cavemen will take the field at the 22 yard line. Interesting. Here comes the wind again, really picking up speed. Schroeder. Sometimes this wind, I haven't had a game with wind like this ever.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool.
It looks cool outside, I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, it's very October, if you will.
Imagine having this on this exact night right now on Halloween. That'd be cool.
Yeah, this would be cool. Maybe a bit colder. As that reception by American Fork constitutes for a first down. Received by Cade Wilkinson. So we'll stop talking about the weather. Maybe we should be sports analysts instead of meteorologists.
Yeah.
Stop working for I don't know, KSL weather. What? Who does the weather?
KSL.
PGSN. That's who does the weather. Wow, that laugh was goofy of me. Honestly, forget that ever happened.
Just cut that out.
Handoff to Prince Afu, and he makes a small gain of 2. Gaisford Jr. Now is it not Gaisford Jr., it's Capono Manuela. So 17 and 18, so I think that's the first time Manuela's made an appearance. If not, I've been calling him Gaisford Jr. the whole time. That's okay.
Yeah.
It's only the first quarter. Anyways, this is a rivalry game, over 100 years old. It's a big deal. So make sure to grab some snacks during this little break we have in between quarters. We will be right back in about 30 seconds. American Fork, Manuela hands off to, I believe, Prince Afu, yeah. And he either does have the first down or is so close that you wouldn't believe it. He does have the first down. By the way, his name really is Prince Afu. I'm not just calling, it's not like a nickname, but it's very cool. I like it.
Hands off again.
It's again Prince Afu, and he just runs right through our defensive line. And you know, I guess they're all just focused on their blocking that he can just run right through there.
We've seen so. Whoa, my mic like went right.
So
Yeah.
Jackson Mortensen leaves the game once again, and Simon Roundy, my favorite lineman, takes the field.
We've seen a lot of run plays for AF that have worked.
Yeah.
So good, like really, really good.
And it's that steady progress. And PG had a promising drive, just barely,
Yeah.
that maybe they should have just gone for the kick, as that pass is launched down the field, and there is no pass interference call. I am so glad, as Dexton Nuttall seemed like he might have been holding on to Cash Ticey just a little bit. Or is that Cash Ticey? It is David Dean, sorry. A lot of 80s on this team. There's an 87, 82, and an 80 normal.
80 normal. An 82, an 87, and an 80 normal.
I think it's a. I think that's a very good. I think it's a valid way to say it.
Yeah.
Manuela calls for what routes this player should go to. Looks in front of him. Looks to his right. The pass is caught, but he is pushed back
It's
and brought
fumbled.
down. It's fumbled. PG recovers it. I believe everyone's calling for it, and the referee does call for it. So Pleasant Grove is going to have the ball now. So we've had a fumble, 2 interceptions, and no fourth down conversions. Yes.
2 interceptions.
Nate threw
Oh,
one,
yeah.
and we've got one. The one that we got was a blocked pass on Gaseford Jr. So pass was tipped up into the air, and Maddox Webb catches it, and he made a big run down the field.
Pleasant Grove's defense doing so good this game. Cannot. They're so good.
Yeah, you can't state it enough. Schroeder hands off to Wade. Wade goes to his right. Wade running more horizontal. Now he starts running forward, and he is pushed back. They blew the whistle, and then he pushed him over. A little bit of unnecessary roughness. No call. Our sniff was louder than I thought it would be. Huddle up. Ryder Huntsman on the right. We have Brennan Houghton and Spencer Hafoka on the left. Hand off to Wade once again. Wade down the right side, and he makes a gain of about 2. Gain of a couple yards.
Picks up a couple. Third down.
Schroeder. One receiver on each side. Hand off to Wade again. And he breaks through. And Wade does get the first down. So takes a risk with a third down run play. And he converts.
Yeah.
Yes. I almost said conjured. Not that. Also, our camera keeps cutting out. I apologize. It's not my fault, but I apologize.
There's no fix for it.
There's no fix. It's just going to do that. Okay. That's unfortunate. Lateral pass to Wade, and he runs out of bounds, probably a loss of 1.
Wade getting the ball back to back to back to back. Wade obviously having such good gain of yards. We've seen obviously that one last run play.
Yeah.
Not like the play before where he gained what? I don't even know. I don't know.
The last play on the third, so
on the third down.
Yeah, third and 5 or whatever it was. He probably gained about 10 yards.
I think we're gonna be seeing a lot of Wade this game.
Schroeder fakes the handoff to Wade, and it was Spencer Hafoka. It was a wildcat play, and they bring him down for over a loss of yards. Now it's gonna be 3rd and long.
For a loss.
It's probably going to be 3rd and 13. 3rd and 15. It's even worse. I doubt they're going to be running another wildcat play. Not advised. We have a warning on the field, I believe, to one of the linemen. All right, Pleasant Grove lines up. They're in shotgun. Looks to his right. Schroeder
looks deep.
Launches it.
It's
out of bounds, incomplete to Adam or Ryder Huntsman.
Almost caught. Almost did the little toe tap catch that you see in NFL and all that. That would be cool. If you got that.
And you only need 1 foot in high school.
Yeah.
They're going for it. So 4th and 15. They're not trying to punt because it would be a touchback. And they're not trying to kick because it would probably be not made, impossible. Almost a 50-yard kick if they were to do it. Schroeder rolls out left, launches way deep, and that's just way out of bounds. That's a huge turnover for Pleasant Grove. I think a timeout would have been valuable there to find the right play, or just take the safe route. I mean, I like the risky route because it can end in scores, which are great for Pleasant Grove. Still, our only score is a safety.
Yeah, score being still 2-7, being down 5 points.
Yeah.
So not in a terrible spot, but obviously we wish we could have that touchdown and be up in the lead, especially with that safety on the board.
Yeah, have a 9-7 lead. If we went for the 2, would be a 10-7. So Gaisford Jr.'s back out, by the way, and his pass is good, and Pleasant Grove cannot tackle David Dean, who just breaks past 3 different Vikings. And he makes an American Fork first down. Gaisford Jr. puts him in motion. He calls for a snap. Hands off. Brought down by PG's defense. That's number 28. Madden Jensen. Practically born with the name to play football.
I wonder how much running we will see from AF this game. We've already seen quite a bit, and it's worked for them pretty much every single time they have done it.
Yeah, and their only long pass has worked once, and now it's their touchdown.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that.
Yeah,
they fake the handoff, and it
do a
goes
long
deep, and
pass
it's
to
caught.
David Dean is brought down by Dexton Nuttall. But now they're in not just the red zone, but the extremely red zone at the 10. So not quite 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 13.
I gotta like watch on this. 'Cause I, like,
Yeah, it's hard. Gaseford Jr. Timeout called by American Fork. And contrary to your scoreboard, there has been a timeout called by Pleasant Grove already. But yeah, 5:58 left in this first half. And no scores in this quarter. Could be the difference here. Could be the change here.
Yeah.
As American Fork are on PG's 13, which is an extremely dangerous position for them to be in. As scoreboard's still wrong. American Fork took the timeout, I believe. No, they didn't. I guess not. He pointed American Fork's way, and he didn't. I don't know. Okay, well, that's all right.
guess we'll never know. There's a big dice that just went.
So, the cheer team has a board up, and they have a giant dice, and whatever. Oh, so they rolled push-ups. So the entire cheer team is doing push-ups on the track right now. It's funny stuff. Some forms are good, some are better than others. But you know, it's still push-ups, so I respect it.
Yeah.
Gaseford Jr. has trips on the right. Looks
As
to
he
his
looks to
right,
the end
launches
zone,
into the end zone.
it's caught.
Oh my goodness. Cash Taisi just open for miles on that touchdown. Dexton Nuttall way off of him. And American Fork, really, that's the difference maker right there. Being up 2 scores is huge.
Yeah, especially with 5 minutes left in the second quarter. Pretty much going in the half. That's...
So Lewis connect. And it doesn't connect this time, as it is blocked, or it was too low that it just smacked one of his players in the back of the head. Get a replay on there. Yeah, oh, just barely, but you saw it. You saw the ball.
Yeah.
It flew up, and one of our players did blitz and did get past the line. So I'm gonna say that we blocked it. So that's better than if it just hit the back of one of their players' heads, even though that's funnier. It would be a similar blunder to the Granger game, where their running back just ran right into their quarterback and made him fall over. That was fairly amusing. So PG's going to receive. .553, so there's only been 5 seconds off the clock for all that time that we've been talking. The tee is not working, so they're going to have a player hold it for the kickoff. Also, Connect is a left-footed kicker. A little bit different.
Yeah.
Also very cool. Ball is launched back into the end zone. Wade decides to just let it be a touchback. Could have tried to run it, but decides not to, as American Fork was already decently far down the field because of how far the kick went. Schroeder puts Dayton Hansen in motion. Looks to his left hands. Well, passes it to Wade. Wade jukes for a second, but makes a gain of 1, it looks like. As I think the plays with Wade might be starting to get figured out.
Yeah, and we did talk about that in the first quarter, where once it does get figured out, it ruins our momentum of that running game, and we have to get those passing yards. But at the same time, like I said earlier, we've been good, like at least in previous games, we've been good with our deep passes.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's so much of a bigger risk for an interception. I think it's almost just better to go for the short pass and gain that 5 yards.
Yeah. Handoff to Wade again. He runs up the middle, but he is quickly brought down.
2 yards, 3rd down.
So 3rd and 6 here for the Vikings. What do you think's the optimal route? We've had a 3rd down conversion with Wade, but I don't think that is a advised move this deep into our territory.
Yeah, I think they'd kind of expect that too. Obviously, they're already catching on to our running game. 2nd quarter, 4 minutes left on the clock. Yeah. Passing
Schroeder
probably is
looks
smart,
to his left, pass it down the
it's-
field, and his throws have consistently been just too early for his receivers. Brennan Houghton was just not quite there yet. Just reaching their destination too early, but he is pressured. So he's got to launch it. That's going to bring out special teams to punt. Punt. Sky high. As it takes a giant American fork bounce, and 2 Vikings miss it before it's eventually recovered by Connor Cameron.
Vikings send it to 50.
Zane, what do you think? What do you think the Vikings got to do to maybe still get a score in this first half, going into halftime, down 2 scores, holding the Cavemen off? Like, what do you think's the strategy here?
Valid question, Jack. Obviously PG's defense is gonna have to hold them down. Like they're seriously gonna have to lock in this last few minutes on the clock. Obviously, like you said, they're gonna want to try to score. So if they can hold the ball,
So there's a personal foul, by the way, and it's going to push the Cavemen back 15 yards.
they can. If AF really wanted to, they could just let clock run and just run out the 2nd quarter. But at the same time, I also don't think that's a smarter option. I think they should just try to score here as they look deep, and it is caught, but there's a flag on the play.
The Cavemen make a juking play, but he is eventually brought down by the Viking defense. What is it roughing the passer, or is it a possible, could be a PI and they would just decline the penalty? Holding on the defense, and the penalties declined, so AF will just end up where they were as Gaisford Jr. still making great plays.
Obviously, though, Pleasant Grove defense really going to have to step it up here if they do not want AF to score and give Pleasant Grove another chance on the field for their offense before halftime to put at least another touchdown on the board or even a field goal to
Prince
put them better
Afu.
in the game.
A lot of action in the middle of that play, but he's eventually brought down, as Maddox Webb was the one to bring him down. Sorry, continue.
No, I ended there after you started talking.
Ended there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What was that, Zane? What was that?
I don't know, son. Something hurt me a little
Something
bit.
hurt. Oh, and Pleasant Grove jumps the line with the hard count. That's going to be a 5-yarder.
It's the 2nd time we've seen that this game, I believe. We saw that in the 1st quarter where they did the same thing.
Yeah, they
Jackson Mortensen jumped the line.
Yeah, that was Maddox Webb that time. Experienced player. But doesn't mean he's invincible.
Yeah.
So Gaisford Jr. looks in front of him, and the pass is good. Pleasant Grove's going to bring him down. Adam Wright swings Weisman around just a few times. Sorry, Taisi. So he spun him around 1.5 times before bringing him down. There's unnecessary roughness. They're gonna roughing the passer. Sorry. So, first and goal for the Cavemen as they get a couple of penalty calls. We got a penalty call, but then they get a huge pass plus a penalty in their favor twice. The sack attempt is quick, but no good. Bringing some scores around 6A Region 3 right now. Skyridge playing Lone Peak is leading 10-7. So we got Lone Peak, top of the region, playing Skyridge, probably number 2 in the region. Haven't looked at the standings. And Skyridge currently beating them, but not by much. Westlake is playing Lehigh and is losing 24-7. Another really good team in our region, playing another team that just isn't as good. And this pass from American Fork is quickly brought down by the Vikings. So, Cade Wilkinson. Gaisford Jr. Oh, the pass is dropped. Number 26, Dyson Richards. He catches it, but he cannot hold on as they bring out their kicking team. Do not want to convert on 4th down, 4th and goal. But 4th and goal is generous. It's 4th and 9. So
that will give Pleasant Grove offense still
1 minute.
One last chance.
Yeah.
In the second quarter.
Connect has to kick from the left side. He is left-footed. The kick is almost blocked by Adam Wright, but it is good. And Connect connects for the second time.
As that puts Pleasant Grove down 2-16, obviously not being in the best position score-wise for Pleasant Grove, especially going into this second half pretty much. 1 minute, 5 seconds left on the clock. Pleasant Grove having one more chance to put a score or at least a field goal on their name, on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and nothing to lose, really, because they don't get the ball.
Yeah.
They don't get the ball at the beginning of the second half. So they got to go all in on this drive.
Yeah.
That means 4th down conversions. That means some long-range passes. I mean, this has got to be a quick drive down the field, running out of bounds as much as you can. Still got 1 timeout. You know, Connect just does a little bit of a squib kick. Caught by Luke Hafen. Luke runs out of bounds at the 32.
Luke Hafen returns for the Vikings.
So Pleasant Grove, 1 minute to make a play here. Schroeder, hands off to Wade. Wade running up the right side. Breaks from a few people, but he is eventually brought down. Possibly a first down. I mean, he did bring the ball past the chains, and he does.
On the right side, picks up enough yardage.
So first down stops the clock just for a little bit while they set the chains. So we got 51. Schroeder calls for a snap. Hands off to Wade once again. Wade running on the right side. He's going to run out of bounds, and that's going to stop the clock for a lot longer. There's a flag on the play after the 3-yard gain.
Flags on the play.
We're good. We're good.
So defense, personal foul on the defense. 15-yard penalty, that's huge. That's huge. Bringing Pleasant Grove that much closer to their touchdown, their end zone.
And now with 40 seconds left on the clock now, and
They start at 38.
Very good field position to put a touchdown, or like I said before, at least a field goal.
Fakes the handoff. It's pass to Ryder. Huntsman is good. Makes a quick reception. And they call timeout to stop the clock. 33 to go in this half. And a score looking even closer than ever. So here's our stats page once again. So we're only averaging a third of a sack a game. Not great.
Yeah.
American Fork averaging 2.3. We already have a sack, and it turned into a safety. So, you know, we're already beating our average. Rushing yards, 67 to 75. So, overall, American Fork is ahead of Pleasant Grove in a lot of these stats. But I think that these stats might be inflated from a few games that weren't that great and a couple of garbage touchdowns, like the passing yards and total yards, and then the points per game. That's really just from our inexperienced team, as well as, you know, the 9 to 25. That was a difference. And it's just the quarterback situation, truly. Still just hasn't been great. Schroeder looks in front of him, launches down the field. Hafoka! And that pass is incomplete. Will stop the clock at 28. So it only took 5 seconds off the clock. Hafoka wasn't even looking towards the ball. Couldn't have been any pass interference call, as someone has to be not looking at the ball and touching you to make that call happen. PG still has to get the first down here. It's 3rd and 1. So do they run it? Try to get the first down. Clock stops for just like 5 seconds, and then they just launch it.
Yeah.
Or maybe spike it. Launch it down the field to no one once again.
Overthrown.
It's be 4th and 1. So 23 now.
Nothing
Takes
to
another
lose.
5 seconds off the clock.
Nothing to lose here going for it on 4th down.
But the question is, should we go for it to possibly get another chance after? Because if we go for it, quickly spike the ball, we could possibly get 2 plays out of that.
Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know.
Twins on the left. Single on the right. Schroeder gets American Fork to jump the line, and that's going to turn into a Viking first down. Huge. So ends up in the Pleasant Grove first down. It's offsides, by the way. I keep saying jump the line. That is what it is. But, you know. So now we're starting even closer. Still not in the red zone, technically. Schroeder looks in front of him. Rolls out. Passes out of bounds. Going maybe to Dayton Hanson. 18 seconds. There's still, I mean, you could probably get 3 plays out of this. 6 seconds per play.
Yeah.
If you're being extremely conservative. Second and 10. Schroeder looks to his right. And he is sacked. That is huge for American Fork, as that keeps the clock running. They got to line up quickly, or are they just going to let it bleed out? Schroeder on the ground. And that ends the first half in heartbreaking fashion. Unfortunate. Not great for the Vikings, as Walkenhorst talking to his team. Talking to Schroeder, possibly like, dude, you had to get up and spike it there. Get one more play. That was a chance to turn the tides. As we're going to have our marching band show. And it's going to be very cool. And I will be allowed to look at the tubas this time because there's no football going on. And we love the marching band. The marching band's awesome. I saw their show at the Friends and Family Night, just barely. It's great. They do wear red jerseys, though. A little bit different. I feel like they've always had those blue jerseys. Kind of cool. So,
Yeah.
There you go. That will end our first half. We'll be back after the Marching Band show, so enjoy the Marching Band show. It's going to be, I guess, fun to watch. So, yeah, we will see you when the third quarter starts.
High School Marching Band.
just called me. Dad just called me. He said he's pretty pissed. So he sounded.
Let's give it up for the Pleasant Grove High School Marching Band. You may follow the Marching Band on Instagram at Pleasant Grove_band. You may also come and support the band at their next competition at Riverton High School on October 12th at 6:45 p.m. Once again, please give it up for your Pleasant Grove High School Marching Band under the direction of Mr. Christian Sicko.
as we welcome you back for second half coverage here on PG vs. AF game. Ooh, almost running up those stairs. Ugh. Every time. It's just great. Anyways, we welcome you back. Pleasant Grove is kicking to AF, so AF's receiving for the second half. Not ideal for PG's situation. Right now, Pleasant Grove still is in the winnable category for this game because it's it's bad. It's a 14-point lead. However, kick is into the backfield at the 5-yard line, picked up by AF, and he is brought down at the 25. Cade Wilkinson was the person to do the kick return there. So, American Fork. PG's got to play better defense against them. They have been playing pretty good. But, Pleasant Grove, their offense has seen glimpses of greatness. However, still, on some plays they cannot score because they made a few of the wrong decisions. Wade was uncovered on one of our plays, just barely on our last drive, and Nate threw it out of bounds. Not great. It's a negligible gain for American Fork. Or fake handoff, Manuela tosses and it is incomplete to 82. Cash Taisi. AF's backing up, so they already know it's a penalty against them. Oh, ineligible receiver. They haven't called that yet this game, and there has been a few times that I thought there would be an ineligible receiver. However, for intentional grounding, but right there, first call. So Manuel calls for a snap. Pass to Wilkinson, and he breaks through a few different tackles, and he makes a huge gain for American Fork. And that is a big problem for Pleasant Grove as they continue to struggle against American Fork's offense. Injured player. Having an injury timeout for Maddox Webb, who's on the ground, probably feeling nauseous after being hit in the stomach. So, further reporting will be soon. I am going to, rest my voice for a minute as we take an injury timeout.
Take a look.
And we're back. American Fork puts a man in motion. Handoff to number 20. Quickly he's brought down. Luke Broadbent. Haven't seen a play with him yet this game. Flag on the play. Holding on the offense. So 10-yarder.
American Fork. 10-yard penalty.
So we replay the down.
Replay first down.
But it's 10-yard penalty from where the foul happened. So it's 1st and 15. Pleasant Grove almost jumps the line. Now Manuel is pressured, and he is brought down, but he makes a 5-yard gain to make it 2nd and 10. It's at this moment that I wish that the wind was back. It's very hot all of a sudden, because it's almost 80 right now and it's dark. So it's a little weird, but you know. Manuel pressured, sacked! 2nd sack of the game for Pleasant Grove, beating out their average of 1/3 of a sack per game. I mean, that means they got 1 sack. They got 1 sack every 3 games before this. That's insane, by the way. Yeah, that's actually insane. I can't believe it. That's actually the stat that we have. But so PG moves him back to 3rd and 21. American Fork with Manuela. Calls for the snap. He's pressured again by Maddox Webb. Now he's rolling out of the pocket. Tosses it high, and it is no good. Incomplete pass, and that is going to be a 4th down for the Cavemen at the 40-yard line. And that is a huge problem for American Fork, as that's a turnover. Sorry, the 46-yard line. I don't know why I thought it was 40.
As AF punts it. Does not call for a fair catch.
No fair catch from Adam Wright, and he is roughly brought down. Ooh. Probably should have called for the fair catch.
Yeah, I was going to say, interesting call not to call for it.
First tackle actually didn't work. I thought he might be able to still run it, but they're going to start with 10. So after all those great sacks, it is worse than a touchback. But it's basically the same as if it was a fair catch. I think it was a fair catch at like the 14 or 13, and it's at the 10. Like, that's barely a difference. Not really even that, like, just nothing. That's nothing. So, especially considering that it's not like starting at 1st and 13. It's just 1st and 10, but it's from like 3 yards closer. Dayton Hanson catches that pass, and he is trying to be rolled out of bounds by number 5, Noah Bem. Sophomore for American Fork. And it is a 1st down, so they barely make it. As at the 20 now. It was at the 10, it's barely at the 20. Like, it's actually just barely a 1st down. Schroeder looks to his left, passes to Houghton out of bound, or incomplete, sorry. I can't even tell what the AF crowd is chanting something over something. No way we're overrated. because we aren't.
Yeah.
Handoff to Wade Christiansen. He runs through the middle, makes a gain of 3. Third and 7. Schroeder looks in front of him, launches down the field. Caught, I believe. No good. Incomplete, just barely. Ryder Huntsman. That's another 3rd and out. Butterfield. That's what they're saying. You know what? It's true. Dropped it. Dropped the pass. So it's another, not 3 and out. So it was first down. That punt goes sky high. Takes a PG bounce. They all surround it, trying to blow air on it to make it roll farther. And that is at the 38.
The ball is down at the 37-yard line. There's a flag.
Anyways, so American Fork regains the ball. And Pleasant Grove still in a dire situation, down 2 touchdowns. I mean, it's not an easy overcome of a lead. However, it's still possible. And it's not the second quarter, it's the third quarter, by the way, guys. So there's no flag after a bunch of debate. We got some boos from the AF side on that decision of no flag. I didn't see anything. There wasn't any horsing around outside of where the ball was. I think that's the correct call. I think there wasn't, any sort of personal foul. Just like there wasn't even there wasn't face masks, nothing. Not even holding. I don't even know if you can hold on a kickoff. Like what would they do? The ball wasn't even caught by them. PG almost jumps the line. Manuela fakes the handoff, hands it off to Dean. David Dean. Almost said Dean Davis. David Dean.
Kind of jumped on his back looking like he was going to say, give me a piggyback ride real fast.
And David Dean didn't fall so easy. Make a first down with that play, by the way. They jump the line, and that's going to be a 5-yard penalty as it's offsides for Pleasant Grove. Keep showing blitz. Blitz has worked a lot for this team so far, but right there it does not work. They show blitz, hand it off to Prince Afu.
Prince Afu. 9 yards on the pickup.
Should just either barely be the first down or 3rd and inches. And it is 3rd and inches. Oh, 2nd down. Marion Fork just has to do quarterback sneak to get first. But why would they do that when they got 3 attempts on their hands and it's good for their first down. He's quickly brought down by Luke Hafen. Wilkinson. It's Cade Wilkinson was a receiver. And Pleasant Grove continues to not only struggle to stop American Fork, but struggle to score as well. Pass.
All passes it. Not for those deep passes like we talked about earlier. It gains 5. I'm not 100% sure on that.
Catch to IEC. So 6-yard pickup on that play. American Fork looking for the call. Is there not a play clock out? There's not. Handoff. And he is quickly brought down. After a gain of about 3, it's Luke Broadbent. 3rd and inches. Or, sorry, 3rd and 1. Handoff. Once again to Broadbent. Give me first down for the Cape.
Again, this time he gets the first down for American Fork at the 29-yard line.
Hand it off.
Prince Afu, and he stiff arms, but he does get pushed out of bounds just barely by Carter Wilkes.
I think I probably said it earlier, but we've seen so much of AF runs, and it has pretty much worked every time.
Inside the 20. Set the ball to about the 15-yard line. Carter Wilkes in that attack.
He asked around like 3. I said, he said, are you going to the blue ride? And I said no. And then he called me and he's like, did you go to the blue ride? And I was like, no. He was like,
looks deep, it's Manuela. Pass incomplete.
okay.
This is the intended receiver.
Okay.
We got some news from the Shakespeare Festival. And the Fire to first place. Congratulations, Fire.
It's up to you. I'd say with the 16 just because I think it's a slightly better camera. But just the 15, that's fine. The 15 has a pretty cool frosting on it, so I usually put like a deep red skin on it like that.
Brought down. David Dean.
David Dean.
I think the 15
With the reception for Mason Anderson on his tackle.
Alright.
Third and 8 for the Cavemen. Manuela. Manuel looks to his left. Pass is caught. David Dean at the 2-yard line catches it.
That was
Impressive.
That was, yeah. Very, very good catch.
Makes it 1st and goal from the 2.
Pleasant Grove. Pleasant Grove. As when they do get back on offense, they need a huge play.
It's a touchdown for American Fork. Brings their lead up to 22-2.
Pleasant Grove, when they do get back on offense, are going to need a huge drive, especially this quarter, to be able to get back in this game. They cannot afford not to score in this quarter if they want anything to happen in the 4th quarter.
Yeah.
Well, because sometimes we'll do it, and then sometimes it won't. Like, one time we did it, and then we still had issues for it with it. So,
Honestly, I'd just say wait until they say something about it, because
Kick is good from American Fork to bring their lead 23-2, a 21-point lead. That's 3 touchdowns now. This broadcast is brought to you by Chubby's Cafe. We want to thank them, Chubby's Cafe, for being the official sponsor of PGSN and providing us meals before every game so that we can spend more time making great pregame shows like you saw and making more content for you guys to watch. So we thank them every day. If you feel so inclined, go to Chubby's Cafe and tell them that PGSN sent you so we can have further sponsorships from their cafe locally in PG, just right next to the Ace Hardware. I gotta get their address down so I can just tell you guys. But yeah, we thank them every day for sponsoring. This is PGSN.
As American Fork getting ready to kick it off to give Pleasant Grove offense back, as it is a little bit of a lower kick, but still going back in the end zone for a touchback.
Kind of a squib kick almost.
Bringing out the Pleasant Grove offense.
This kick goes in the end zone for a touchback. 1st down at the 20. For the Vikings.
As Pleasant Grove offense needing a huge drive to be able to stay in this game. Like I told Jack, you cannot afford not to score this drive or at all this quarter if you want any chance. And they go for a little bit of a short pass. It is complete for a gain of about 5.
Ryder Huntsman on being the receiver there. Schroeder hands off to Wade Christiansen. Wade goes to his right. Runs from a few different defensemen, but he makes the 1st down. So there's still a whole quarter left. 1:55 to go here. Clock is off.
So usually when I text on like my watch, I usually have like a weird like swiping thing. Is it like a setting you can change? It's after this play.
Schroeder passes to Adam Wright, who makes a gain of 1 or 2, maybe.
no, go to the messages. It's in messages.
All right. Second down.
Press messages.
As Pleasant Grove, 2nd and 9. Nate calls for the ball. Looks long, it is caught for a 1st down.
Incredible. One of the best passes we've seen all game to Bren Brennan Houghton. And I believe I'm saying that name. The mom of Brennan Houghton. Tell me if I'm saying it wrong. Any relatives or someone who just knows. Let's bring you some scores around 6A Region 3 right now.
I think.
That one's wrong.
Maybe.
So Lehigh versus Westlake. Lehigh's leading 31-7. And right now, Skyridge's beating Lone Peak 14-10. Of course, you got our lovely game, 23-2. Hand off to Wade, up the left side, makes a gain of about 5 or 6. We'll tell once the ref says.
I do want to say though, congrats to Pleasant Grove football team for, especially especially for being down this much, especially in other games. They still go out there and play with their hearts out. Like they go out and play with so much passion, even when they are down by a lot. Still try their hardest and still try to come back and put points on the board.
Absolutely, I agree wholeheartedly. Wait, Schroeder throws to Hafoka. Good for the first down. 5 seconds left in the quarter, by the way. 5.3. So they still retain the ball between quarters. Remember that. If they score here, maybe a bit of a momentum push.
Yeah.
Then they got 12 minutes to score 2 touchdowns if they score here. Well, whatever time, I doubt they'll score here in just the third. Ryder Huntsman makes a bit of a run here, and that's going to be the end of the third quarter as they are going to be on a 2nd and 1. And there's going to be, I believe, a game for Spirit Bowl points in between the quarters. Not anymore? Why? Alright, well, it's not happening anymore. I mean, I already thought that was a stupid idea because there's no way it would be able to happen in between quarters because it's not long enough, you know?
Yeah.
They're like, oh, we're going to have this game where they're like throwing flags or whatever. Or, who knows what was going to happen. But yeah, it was like I said, you know, you have to do it at halftime or nothing because between quarters is not long enough. I think that they were planning on possibly having the students all stand in the Viking circle and then like playing some kind of game where you like pull the flags like in flag football. By the way, shout out to the choir right now. They just took first place in the Shakespeare event. So that's really cool. Great job, choir. We're very proud of them. Back to football here. Schroeder hands off to Wade in a very kind of forward passy handoff. If you saw there, maybe a bit of a replay would help you see. Never mind. But yeah, he like swung his arm forward and Wade just caught it and started running. Kind of a weird way. Did throw it off enough just to get Wade a good gain of about 5. Fake handoff. Pass to Wade. And Wade gains 4 on that. So fake the handoff to Brody Downs, I believe, and then they just do a backwards toss. Schroeder was hit pretty hard. Oh, he doesn't leave. I thought he was going to leave and have Hafoka play down of being quarterback, but no. Just looks for the play from Walking Horse.
Especially when it needs to switch, because also Google, they've got it for a while now, like down AI stuff, and it's really good.
So we got trips left. Schroeder looks in front of him, a pass tipped by American Fork, intended receiver Dayton Hansen. Just barely out of reach, to be 3rd and 5. And unfortunately, a pattern we've been seeing here is we get to this point in the drive. We made multiple first downs, made some great plays, and then we just cannot convert on 3rd down.
Yeah.
If we don't convert here, you gotta go for it on 4th. They're too far behind to realistically go for it, and they pull the running backs out. So gonna have all receivers, but they also pull Hafoka out, so they're just gonna have. They have Brody Downs instead of now a timeout because it was very confusing. So they pulled Hafoka out, and then Hafoka ran back on the field. But they had Brody Downs instead of Wade Christiansen on the field. So yeah, we will be right back as we give our voices just a little bit of a break here. We will see you in just a minute. Schroeder fakes handoff, bullet pass down, and it's caught! Is it complete? They say it is! To Spencer Hafoka, falling while he caught that. Incredible. Now, Pleasant Grove's first attempt actually in the red zone.
Yeah.
And now they're not just in the red zone, they're in the, what I like to call the really red zone.
The really red zone.
And you hear the band. They're supposed to play the first riff of the school fight song, which can get a first down. So it's not quite first and goal. We're starting at the 11. Hand off to Wade. Running down the middle. He's brought down. Decent gain. Second and 7, so it's a 3-yard gain.
So she pulls him over, like off like a road or whatever, rips open the door, and he starts beating.
Hand off to Wade. Wade on the right side. Shimmies around, but he gets a gain of 4. I believe it's going to be all of them. Basically no gain at all. 3rd and 6. I thought for sure it was way farther. Go for a receiver heavy setup. Trips left, single right. Looks to his left, pass way to the corner. It's hit and it's good! Touchdown, Pleasant Grove! To Dayton Hanson, first of the game, had to wait till the 4th quarter, but it is good. And possibly could this spark a momentum shift for the Vikings to
100%.
cause a potential game-winning drive. That's still, I wouldn't say wishful thinking, but it's still out of probability.
And that play obviously hyped up the whole team, like especially the defense now. They're going to go out there and they're all going to be hyped up. They're going to play.
We have Aiden. Kick was no good. Blocked. So, second blocked kick of the game. It wasn't just American Fork getting blocked, but now PG's been blocked as well. So, yeah, like you said, hyping up the team, can have a drastic effect. It's just really missing out on all, 36 minutes of being able to score.
Yeah. It definitely hurts when you get that touchdown, but especially late.
Yeah.
And, especially late into this game, going into the 4th quarter, getting your first real touchdown.
Are you crazy and opt for onside kick here? Play a bit of a game here, what?
I think it'd be interesting to try to do that.
Yeah, it could. We have Aiden.
I don't know.
just said do more.
Ref will not blow for him. There we go.
No, I did the requirement.
I thought he was going to do it for a second.
Same.
Caught by American Fork in the 20. Running down the field, he's quickly, not very quickly, brought down at the 34.
What a bummer mailbox.
Ball is returned to the 35-yard line. First down, American Fork.
Fine, I'm going to cut her long really short.
Just do like
So it's like a minor noise. Oh yeah, it's like
where it's like different times.
American Fork,
looks like a freaking top of
Hands it off.
handoff. Gonna get the first down. +8.
Just paint one wall for
Big play there.
her house, like a slightly different shape compared to everything.
First down for American Fork at the 48-yard line.
paint one of her flowers in her wall. Just one. And I'm gonna paint it a very different color from the rest of the house.
Gaysford Jr. handed off once again. Pushed out of bounds. Madden Jensen.
She's a decent person. No, a good teacher. Jody and Kaden both had her last year, and we both agreed.
And Jensen on the left side, just out of bounds.
But when it comes to
Way down, 63 yards. Second down.
so I'm not surprised at her. Like, I'm really not surprised she's at that. Even though it's not, like,
I chose her because the teacher
Almost tipped. American Fork slips there. It's Spencer Shipley, I believe.
I believe that was Spencer Shipley.
I thought she was going to be chill. It was like
Setting the flags.
the other teacher that had like the option for top honors. No.
are you guys reading Atomic Habits? Like, did you read that? She made a lesson about different
Penalty. Personal foul on the Caveman. Gonna push them back 15 yards.
and then teach them.
Personal foul against American Fork.
Yeah, it's the whole class was split into different groups and recited different chapter to the lesson. And you had to make a worksheet for it as well.
Believe me, 2nd and 23, yeah.
Looks deep. And it's almost intercepted.
Almost picked off. Luke Hafen almost had it. Set. That would have been his second pick of the season. Right here, you can see him. Center screen. Just barely couldn't get it. 3rd and 23 for the Caveman. Gaysford Jr. playing again as quarterback. So they've been chaining off from Manuela and Gaysford Jr. Gaysford Jr. is actually the senior on the team, and he's played less snaps, I believe.
Extended time to work on it, and I wasn't allowed to submit.
Not impossible. I mean, you have seen juniors be better than their senior counterparts before, but it's not common. 4th down. What do they do to cause a 4th down? Is my question. They didn't spike it. They didn't drain out the play clock or anything. I mean, if there is one, there isn't one, but he's got some guy with a stopwatch just sitting there, iPhone on the sidelines.
Both teams looking a little bit confused out there. Don't know what's happening.
Yeah. So it's 4th down. 4th and 23. If they did anything but punt here, it would be very ill-advised. Kick goes sky high. Dropped by Adam Wright, and he is brought down again. So Adam Wright has had 2 bad kick returns this game.
Yeah. Very unfortunate.
Twice he's fumbled it after catching it, and then tried to run and gotten just killed as he's running up the field.
Very unfortunate though, but at least we have our offense back on the field. We scored last time we were on the field. Hoping to do it again, bringing them back in the game, being down by less and less every time we're on the field.
Yeah. It's going to have to be very receiver heavy, I think.
Yeah.
And I don't know why they haven't had Crick Wade do the kick returns. Schroeder calls for a snap, fakes handoff to Wade. Pass it is good to Ryder Huntsman, who gets first down and 3. And we want to be very time-oriented here, very much taking as little time as possible. 7:40 to go. Down by this much, it's a slim chance that you win.
Yeah.
But it's possible through smart playmaking.
Yeah. 100%.
Snap is low, but it's caught. Rough hit after Spencer focused down. No late hit call. 5-yard pickup. That's not big enough, man. I mean, not trying to be picky, but you gotta.
Yeah, I think.
Not do Hail Marys, but do over 10-yard pass. You need to be making first downs.
Yeah, I think obviously I talked about it earlier. At least earlier in the game, go for those short passes, get you down the field, get a few touchdowns on the board. But especially now that we're down this much, as huge play there, but especially being down this much, they obviously are going to need to go, like you said, for those 10-yard, maybe a little bit longer.
Sorry, I tried to mute myself.
But at least a little bit longer, not count on those short passes right now, especially 6 minutes left in the game. You have to go for those deep passes, score quick, get the ball back quick, and then score again.
Penalty against the Vikings, it looks like. And they're moving us back 15. Personal foul. Replay the down. So it looks like the ref forgot how many yards had gone. So he walked back and then counted it out more methodically. So replaying it down, 2nd and 14. And yeah, you got to go for first down here. Like handoffs and quick passes are not really an option, I believe. Pass to Spencer Hafoka is no good. I might be ill-advised, but it looks like the Caveman made a play on Hafoka, not the ball. Like, just grabbed him before he even was able to catch.
Yeah, I don't know. As it is 3rd and 14 for the Vikings. Looking for
again
a little
with the
behind
quick
it.
pass, and it's just no good, and that's going to put out special teams, and that cost us the game.
Yeah, that's very unfortunate, but it is what it is, I guess.
In a game that was winnable the whole time.
100%.
PG just couldn't put it together for the first 3 quarters.
Well,
I mean, it was literally till the very end of the third that they even started making, like, really good progress down the field. Calls for it's fumbled! PG's definitely got it. They landed on 100%. They call it PG's ball! And that's huge!
And that will give PG another
That
chance.
is crazy! Was it number 20? There's some unnecessary yelling, some roughness. I think Carter Wilkes was the one who jumped on it. I doubt it was number 20. Number 20 is a name we haven't called the whole season. Donovan Delaney. I see him on the sideline. He's pretty far back. Refs are deciding what to do here. So there's 2 flags. Gonna cause PG to go back 5 yards, but it's still gonna be 1st and 10. So actually, sorry, it caused them to go back 10 yards. But they start at the 40 instead of the 50. Not as good. However, it's another chance. Now American Forks on offense. There's some weird stuff happening.
I don't know.
I actually have no idea. PG definitely recovered a fumble. Something happened. There's penalties, and then it caused... How?
I don't know. I heard a parent down right below say that they overturned it to AF.
Yeah, well, why would they overturn it?
I don't know. This whole game's kind of been a little bit confusing.
What the heck happened? So, AF's on offense. Good for them. Flags. All over the place. Got to be false start. Nothing really else could have happened.
Yeah. I believe false start might have been on.
And it's just burning time.
What was the flag?
Oh, what? Okay, I'm not trying to be biased towards Pleasant Grove, but these are 2 calls that are so in American Forks' favor that both didn't make sense, and now we got a flag on the sideline on Coach Walkenhorse. Now, or maybe it's a flag on American Fork for over celebrating, because we had a lineman jumping and moving his hands like to move back on the defense. Now we got a timeout. Sideline warning. Okay, so it wasn't an over celebration. It was right the first time. Timeout for the Vikings, as we will be right back. So lining up. So
AF puts a man in motion, and there's another flag on the play.
oh man, there's a lot of these. Whew. So Zane,
What's up, Jack?
opinions on, well, I'm not trying to be a downer,
Yeah.
but Pleasant Grove goes to play two of the strongest teams in Utah for the next 2 games. Now we got unsportsmanlike conduct against the Vikings. That's just lovely. I'm just kidding. I'm not trying to be too down, but
I mean, it's definitely making the Vikings mad, though. I mean, can't really blame them. They've had these last two flags that were on AF, and then next thing you know, they get overturned and they're on Vikings. Like, that's obviously going to make them a little mad and just make them act
right.
a little different. As AF puts a man in motion, they look deep into the end zone, and it
Caught.
is caught by AF.
Number 20.
To put them up.
Luke Broadbent puts him up an unbelievable amount.
Yeah.
Now it's 21 again.
As AF getting ready to kick this extra point. As they call for it, and it is good to put Vikings up. I mean, not Viking, Cavemen up. I'm sorry. Cavemen up 30-8. I don't know why I said Vikings. I meant Cavemen.
That is literally, we recovered it, and they just, that was the worst call. All right, so looking in here, we have to play the number 5 rank and the number 4 rank team in the state. The first in our region and the 3rd in our region. The 2nd and 3rd. I guess they're including 5A on this whole list. If we're looking at just 6A, 2nd and 3rd. Assume Lone Peak or Corner Canyon's at the top. Yeah. So PG's got to play some hard teams. Ranked, I mean, we got a 13th through the versus the 18th right now.
Last few minutes.
So brought down. AF sideline was really excited about that one. I assume it's JV player did something. The Vikings get another touchdown here. We're going to be happy.
Yeah. Obviously, though, like I said, it's obviously going to make Vikings mad. The last few flags have been on, like, it's been good for the Vikings. Like, the flag's been called on AF, and then it just gets overturned. And the flag is apparently on the Vikings. So,
Pass is tipped.
as there's a flag on the play,
chip, and there's also a flag.
So, earlier when Pleasant Grove recovered the fumble, we've gone back and watched some replays. The referee called pass interference. However, American Fork punted the ball, therefore, pass interference cannot be called. Yeah, PG punted the ball, sorry. How could they even pass interference their own punt? That doesn't even make sense. I don't know. Possibly the pass interference motion means something else. I'm not sure. There wasn't any personal foul either. They didn't even move the yards. 15 yards, they moved to 10 yards. Got a first down for the Vikings after personal foul. Speak of the devil. Schroeder looks to his left, caught by Ryder Huntsman.
And Huffman is the intended receiver. Second down.
Schroeder rolls out of the pocket. Just throws it to nobody. Got to be pass interference. He just blocked Dayton Hanson from moving it all. But again, no call. It's okay. I don't know how Dayton Hanson could have been an intended receiver when it was mostly just intentional grounding. Schroeder sacked, brought down. On third down, too. And that's going to be a turnover. And these last 2 minutes have lasted a very, very long time. Punt. Caught by AF. They do not call fair catch. That is a huge hit. Got a few players that haven't been called yet. Cohen Vose. Sophomore, he's a linebacker. So we're getting some JV action. American Fork, handoff, goes out of bounds. So, a 5-yard gain for American Fork. Zane, what do you think, American Fork? Do you think they score again in this game, or do they just kind of fizzle out on this drive?
I think they're just going to let the clock run. I think it'd be interesting if they really. I don't know. I think they could go both ways. They could obviously just let the clock run, or they can say, hey, we're already up this many, let's make it more. Like we saw that in our first ever game against Orem this year, where they were up by a lot and they still said, hey, we're up by this many, let's still make it more. Like they didn't let the clock run or anything. So I think they're gonna try to let the clock run as much as possible, but at the same time, I think they're gonna want to try to score and make it a 37-8 lead. But I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, I agree. 3rd and 2.
As he rolls out and hits.
Manuela rolls out and he...
There's a flag on the play, though.
I gotta hand it to the PG student section, still staying happy. That catch was by Christian Hanshaw, the tight end. Sophomore, 6'5", 215 pounds.
As we've seen so many flags called, I wonder at this point, there's already 3 minutes, 40 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah,
They're already down by this many. I wonder if, I feel like there's really no point of just calling these many flags at this point. Just let them play at this point. We're already down by so many. I think it's just...
We love to say that, but the refs still have to call every foul, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Maybe they could do a little bit of bias of letting them play a tiny bit, but every obvious foul you have to call.
Yeah.
Manuela gets snapped, hands off, brought down. Running back, that's number 28, Madden Jensen. He has had a score this game.
Another flag on the play. Pretty much flags after every single play, it feels like. Definitely not the funnest thing to see playing football. Pleasant Grove hoping to at least get one more touchdown.
2:40 though, and we're not on offense.
Definitely very hard though.
It's 3rd down. It's another 15, so there's another personal foul.
As AF getting ready to hike the ball once again.
Hands off to Madden Jensen. Breaks through the middle, but met by a pile of Vikings and a pile of cavemen.
Has offense is going to stay on the field. Doesn't really have much to lose at this point in the game.
if American Fork gets first down, they can get into victory formation and just win the game. They called timeout. So American Fork calls their first timeout of the half, and we are going to take a little bit of a break here. We will meet you in 30 seconds. Sacked by Pleasant Grove. Third sack of the game for the Vikings. Effectively timesing their average sack stat by 10. Right here, you can see we averaged a third of a sack per game. So by getting 3 sacks, it's 10 times more sacks than we average get per game, which is absolutely insane. It's crazy. You can see American Fork's a tiny bit better in every stat, and you can just see that they've been. I mean, they've had some incredible plays today, but I say they've only been even just a little bit better than Pleasant Grove. PG's still just not playing at their full potential, but I can't blame them with the situation this team has gone through this season. It's just unfortunate with all the quarterbacks just getting injured one by one throughout the games. We're also sponsored by Chubby's, and right here on screen is a QR code that'll take you directly to a PayPal so you can donate to our program so that we can afford more equipment, such as new headsets, other stuff, and yeah, lots of stuff. I used to have a script for that. Kind of forgot it right now. A little bit delirious because this game is just it's not going the way anybody really thought it would. Anyways, we want to thank anybody who has donated to our program before, by the way. Punt from American Fork with 40 seconds to go. Caught in the backfield, Adam Wright. Adam Wright getting away from his receivers. And he just gets right over number 25, Joseph Bailey. So, flag on the play. What could it be?
Block in the back against the Vikings.
Block in the back against the Vikings. We're gonna get a special cameo from our one and only GK Jared, member of PGSN. You're on.
Hello, Diz. I was
You're
on the
You're a little bit quiet. Bring that mic.
Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Okay, 20 seconds for me to talk. Well,
hit us with your sideline analysis of how this game went.
Honestly, I'm gonna say what I personally think. It's sad.
Yeah.
It's sad. But you know, you just have to enjoy what you can when you're down there. Trying to get great videos